Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine, it's your dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 650, and we are hurtling along, getting closer and closer towards Christmas. I did promise you guys I'd come back and do some more about getting ready for Christmas and things to think about. Here's one of those episodes. Here's a scenario. It's Christmas. You're with the family or you're with friends. You're trying to disconnect and your phone rings. Your website's down, your email's not working, or a client can't access something they need. What do you actually do when your tech breaks over Christmas? Today, we're going to be talking about how to handle tech emergencies during the holidays without completely ruining your break. So let's talk about what's actually urgent and what feels urgent, or in my parlance, what's urgent and important and urgent and not important. Urgent and important. Is it costing you money right now? If your e-commerce site is down and customers can't buy, that's costing you money every minute. If your payment processing is broken and transactions are failing, that's urgent and important. If your website is slow and your blog post has a typo, it's not costing you money. It feels urgent because you've noticed it, but it can wait. So urgent and unimportant. The question is, are you actively losing revenue right now, or is it just annoying? The second one is your client completely blocked? If your client can't access something they've paid for, their website that they've paid for you to run is down, their email isn't working, they can't log into a system they need, they can't pay their staff. If it's blocking them from doing their work, then that is urgent and important. If a client wants a change made or has a question about something non-critical that's not blocking them, they're inconvenienced, it can probably, it can wait. It can wait, particularly if they've got a workaround for something. Completely blocked means they literally cannot do the job without this being fixed. The third one, which should probably have the first one on my list, is this a security issue? Has your site been hacked? Has there been unauthorized access to the accounts? Is customer data exposed? Have you received a notice saying urgent, you've got to do an update, we've noticed that there is a vulnerability with this particular system, hit the update button now? Those things are urgent and important. Security issues get worse the longer they sit, and you can have legal and financial consequences. Everything else can probably wait, but security issues really and truly need immediate attention, even on Christmas Day. Can customers still access what they've paid for? So very similar to how are they blocked. If your customer has paid for access to something and they can't get to it, it's urgent and important. Is your membership site down? Your online course isn't loading? Your service isn't accessible? That's breaking your obligation to your customers. If your marketing email didn't send or your social media post failed, customers aren't going to be affected by that. They're not paying for those things. Focus on what your customers are actually paying for. Here's the thing. There's the difference between broken and inconvenienced. Broken means the things don't work at all. Inconvenient means it works but not perfectly. Your website might load slowly. That's inconvenient. Your website doesn't load at all. That's broken. Your contact form will submit, but it has a validation error. Definitely inconvenient. Your contact form won't submit at all. Broken. Broken things that might need fixing immediately. Inconvenient things totally can wait until you're back. So what can you actually fix and who can help you? The First thing that you need to think about is what hosting and domain support and what other support you have available during the holidays. Most hosting companies will have some form of 24/7 support, including holidays. Some of the smaller hosting companies might just offer reduced hours or emergency support only. Before you go on holidays, check your hosting and domain providers' holiday support hours so you know what's available if something breaks. And it's not just your hosting and domain providers. I mean, they're the ones that come up for me. But, do you have a tech support team? Do you have someone like me working for you? Do you know what my hours are? Do you know how to contact me? Do you know how to log calls over the holiday period? What can you fix from your phone versus what needs a laptop? Password resets, checking if a site is actually down versus not loading for you, restarting services through hosting control panels, responding to clients. You can do most of that from your phone. Fixing code issues, restoring from backup, troubleshooting complex configuration problems, editing files. You're probably going to need a laptop and proper access and somewhere quiet to work. Know what you can actually accomplish from your phone so you're not trying to do major fixes on a mobile screen, or you know whether you need to actually take your laptop with you. You should have your emergency contacts saved. Know your hosting company's support number and a way to get in touch with them with chat or SMS. Your domain registrar, your support people, your payment processors support line, your bank, in case your bank goes down or you've got problems with banking. Make sure you've got them saved. I would recommend that you have them saved on your phone and tagged. I would also recommend that you have a notebook and you've got them written down in your notebook. So if your phone goes flat or you're really stuck, you've at least got your notebook you can refer to. Make sure you've got things like your account numbers and any verification things that you need to do when you make contact with them. You don't want to be wasting time saying, oh, where's my ID, or where's my one-time password, or what sorts of things. You need to have all of that handy with you. Know when to call in a professional or when you can do it yourself. Honestly, if this is something that you think will take you 15 minutes to fix, over a holiday period when everyone's sort of having their own downtime or it's a bit slower, fixing it yourself is probably a good idea. It's certainly going to be quicker. If you're not sure what's wrong or the fix is complex, call your support person, call your hosting support, or call your professional, rather than spending your Christmas Googling solutions and potentially making it worse. Your time on holidays is worth more than the cost of getting professional help, especially if you're not confident in the fix. There is a point you're going to have to get to that you accept that there are things that can't be fixed until after the holidays. And as horrible as that sounds, that certainly occurs. Some things require third parties who are completely closed over Christmas. Banks for payment issues, for example, government agencies for compliance issues, some small vendors who don't have holiday support. If the fix depends on someone who's definitely closed until after Boxing Day, acknowledge that to your client, set the expectations and stop stressing about it. You can't fix what requires someone who isn't available. Okay, so how do we handle things without it ruining our break? Well, we can triage things. Fix now, schedule for later, or ignore. 3 things that you ask your question. Do I need to fix it now? Can I schedule this for later? Can I ignore it? When something breaks, decide immediately which category that falls into. If it's costing money, if it's blocking clients, or it's a security issue, it means that it's a fix now. If it's important but not urgent, you can schedule it for later. Make a note, set a reminder for when you're back, communicate to anyone who is affected when it will be fixed. Ignore means it's not actually important. It feels urgent to you but won't matter to anyone else. Most things can be scheduled or ignored. I know it's hard, but it can be. Communicating with clients about holiday issues. If something breaks that affects the client, communicate immediately, even if you can't fix it immediately. Hey, I know there's a problem. We're working on it. We'll update you date, time, whatever, X hours, 3 days, whatever works. Trust me, it is better than silence. If the fix requires waiting until after holidays, tell them that and give them a realistic timeline. Clients can handle bad news when they know you're aware and have a plan, even if that plan is, this gets fixed December 27th when the support reopens. Terrible, but that's the way it runs. I mentioned it before, I'm going to mention it again. Make sure you've got your emergency contact list set up before you go. Make sure you've got it documented. I would have it in your phone. I'd have it in a notebook that I'd throw in my bag. I'd also make sure that my team has that contact list as well, so that if they can't get in touch with me, that at least they can escalate it. When should you actually interrupt your holiday? You should interrupt your holiday for security issues, for things that are actively costing you significant money, or for situations where the client is completely blocked from doing their work. Strange, I keep repeating those three things, isn't it? Don't interrupt your holiday for cosmetic issues, minor bugs, marketing problems, or things that are annoying but not blocking anyone. The threshold here should absolutely be, will this cause serious financial or reputational damage if it waits until I'm back? If not, it waits. Okay, so what happens after a crisis? Once you've handled the emergency, document what broke and why, so you can prevent it the next time. Let me just say that one again because I stumbled it. Document what broke and why, so you can prevent it next time. If your hosting ran out of space, increase limits or set up monitoring. If a client panicked over something minor, have a conversation about what actually constitutes an emergency. Use this crisis as a way to make your systems more resilient for the next time, next year, next holiday. All right, guys, look. Take breaks at inconvenient times. We know this. Christmas is possibly one of the most inconvenient times. The key is knowing what actually is urgent versus what is just what feels urgent or what is urgent and unimportant. Knowing who can help when things break and having a plan before you go on holidays so you're not scrambling when something goes wrong. Honestly, most tech issues can wait until you're back. The ones that usually can't fall into three categories: security issues, things actively costing you money, or situations completely blocking clients. Everything else can be scheduled or ignored until you're back at work. Set up your emergency contact list before you go. Know what your support options are during your holiday periods and give yourself permission to let the non-urgent things wait. If you really need help, no, not if you really need help, if you need help with setting these systems up, if you think you're going to need some help with support over the Christmas break, this is what we do for our clients. This is what I do for people all the time. Come and have a chat to me. I offer a 30-minute free consultation to all new clients. We can go through these issues. We can talk about what it is you're trying to do and get yourself start getting a plan in place. We might even get a plan in place. 30 minutes can be a long time depending on what we're doing. I'd love to have a chat to you. So come across and have a chat to me. AskCharlyLeetham.com. You can certainly book your free breakthrough session there when you hit the home page. What do you guys think? Did I ask more questions than I answered? I actually like that. If I did, I like getting you guys thinking and making you think about these things and see what comes up as a result of it. You can leave your thoughts, questions, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you in the comments wherever you're watching or listening to these videos. If this video was useful or if this episode was useful for you, please give it a like and maybe share it with a friend. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And I'll see you guys the day after tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.